In this video, we'll be looking at my recovery from COVID. It's the first time I've been out in 2 weeks. So let's get the trainers on, let's get them laced up, let's get outside and do some walking. Too early to run yet, but over the next 4 weeks, the aim is to get back to running so that I can take part in the Great South Run. First time out, slow walk. The aim is to complete a small 3k loop, just at a walk, slow walk pace. This is a 4-week plan. Give myself something to look in the future to, where hopefully I shall be able to at least turn out in some shape or form and complete the Great South 10-mile run. Fingers crossed. This is a little loop that forms part of a regular run of mine when I can run, and I just wanted to get a base level gauge of where I am on the back of COVID. So we'll see how we go. The hill I'm just walking down now will be the last incline on the way back. And I think that'll give me a good gauge of where I am and whether the next 4 weeks are going to be possible getting back to some kind of run fitness. During COVID I had to sadly miss the GNR, the Great North Run. It's a real disappointment, but I was 1 week into COVID, so I couldn't even get out of bed, never mind contemplate the thought of running a half marathon. But onwards and upwards. Already I'm feeling it a little bit from the top of my lungs, chest, legs feel a bit heavy, which is ridiculous to say after walking just what is 500 metres, but we'll get there, stay positive. So the the watch has just kicked over 1k, and I have to say it feels like I've done a half marathon, so pleased to get 1k up on the watch, and another 2 to go hopefully. So here we go. First incline, just over a kilometre in, charging up it at a 14-minute kilometre pace. My God, starting to breathe a little bit. Just going to take my time. Undergrowth's a bit thicker here, so just got to watch what I'm doing so I don't trip over. Right, alright, arse of myself. Already I'm out of breath. This is just pathetically, incredibly unbelievable. But onwards and upwards. See you in a bit. Just stopping to reflect for a minute. What's it been like for me, COVID? What was the last 2 weeks? Let's break it down. Day 1 to 3. Day 1, didn't know I had it. Felt sluggish running. Felt as though I was putting too much effort into the pace I was running at. And then later on that evening, I'd say felt a bit lackluster, tired. Nothing massively unusual. Day 2, felt as if I had a hangover off my run. When I say hangover, obviously without alcohol. hangover as in tired, fatigued, just didn't feel right, and a cough started to develop a little bit, just a tiny bit, and then on that evening went to bed thinking it was just a day of dehydration and fatigue off a hard run. Day 3, cough definitely developed more, become more regular, felt lousy, and towards the end of the day I decided to get a PCR test. That's how lousy I felt. I knew the cough wasn't right. I knew I still felt fatigued and I hadn't ran for 2 days, and my muscles were aching. My body was aching like I was getting the flu. And did the PCR test, came home, and that evening I had a definite temperature. Temperature went up to mid-38s, so there's a bit of a fever going on there as well. Started to take paracetamol, drink loads of water, and get a significant amount of rest. So that was day 1, 2, 3. I'd also done a lateral flow test. Day 3, came back positive, and just needed to wait for my PCR. Day 4, 5, 6. This is when it started to get really bad. I'd say aches and pains everywhere, shooting pains in my elbows, my knees, other joints of the body, and the worst sore throat started to develop that I think I've ever had. Certainly worse than when I had my tonsils out and came out of surgery. This was like swallowing hot broken glass. That's probably the only way I can describe it. So that was day 4, 5, 6. Flat out in bed. My taste went a bit strange actually as well. Didn't lose it, didn't lose my sense of smell, but my nose became quite raw and unbearably raw. Appetite was fine, but my food started to taste acidic. And every day I was having fruit, 5 a day, copious amounts of water, paracetamol, like it was going out of fashion, ibuprofen, of which I ended up stopped taking because I think I was having adverse effects through the ibuprofen for some reason. I felt as though I was having rushes to my hands, to various parts of my body, and almost sort of a paranoia type feeling. So that was day 4, 5, 6, and at the end of day 6 I started to get the most humongous headache known to man. So feeling really, really poorly at this point, really poorly. 7, 8, 9, continuous headache. Felt like my head was in a vice, so much so I spent most of the time lying down holding my head, putting pillows over the top of my head, doing whatever I could. Nothing helped, or nothing seemed to help. Again, trying to eat well, taking copious amounts of paracetamol still, drinking water like it's going out of fashion. The only thing I was getting up for was to go to the toilet. Other than that, bit of a hot sweat in the night, and terrible cough, sore throat still, slightly less aches and pains around the body, but it was, I'd say, the throat and the headache that were really getting me down at that point in time. Day 9, 10, 11, starting to see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel actually. The headache started to go, thank God. I really couldn't bear any more of the headache, and I do get infrequent, but I do get migraines. It was off the scale compared to even a migraine. It's horrendous. Throat started to get a little bit better, still sore, Still not right, but definitely a little bit better. And started to get more mucusy actually. But the big issue during these days was shortness of breath. And I can't tell you the amount of times I looked at my phone and thought, do I ring 111? I did, and it took so long to get through, I hung up before I got through at one stage. But a mate of mine sent me some breathing exercises when I got COVID, and I just kept exercising my breathing. I'm more than happy to share that video with anyone because it certainly helped me. It calmed me down, calmed my breathing down, give me the ability to actually get a deep breath every now and again, which was a revelation at the time. And effectively, it's 5 deep breaths, hold your breath for 5 seconds and out, and do that 2 times, 2 repetitions of 5. And then 10-minute lie down on your front, breathe a little bit heavier than you normally do, and I did that every day. The watch has just kicked over 2 kilometers, so we're 2 kilometers in. On the return now, 26:31, 2 kilometers. Marvellous, eh? How do I feel? Feel it in the legs. I think they just need exercising. Done nothing for just over 2 weeks. A little bit heavy in the breathing. Feel a bit full, a bit congested. I guess the main issue is trying to take a deep breath when you need one, and a few little coughs along the way. But otherwise, we're doing all right. Just got an incline coming up now, 2nd of 3. Trying to dodge a lot of horses, muck as well here. Half of the course around here. Watch is now 3 kilometers, 3.6 actually. So I've done much better than I thought. This is a pig of an incline by anyone's standards, even when you're running it. So I'm just glad I'm getting up it, to be quite frank. Oh, I'm on the home straight, picking the pace up, rapid here. Let's have a look. 12-minute kilometers. Watch says 4.3. Might just get 4.5. I can see the car park. Bringing it down. Oh, no, we're not bringing it down actually. Trying to bring it down. Taking just over an hour. That's with my sit down. So that's it. Day 1, week 1. Let's do it. Whew. That was tough.